All right, folks, we are back, Rob, and we are back better than ever. How we doing, big fella?
Good on yourself, Tom.
Good, good. I was gonna go into my normal, we are back and we are back better, normal kind of roll into, but we
Sure.
haven't been back.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we've had a little hiatus here.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting the tour kicked off, so
Yeah, it's been insane. It's been super busy.
Mhm.
We've talked about this before. Like, besides scheduling, getting the tours off is literally, it's like nonstop for like at least a month, because you have the first event,
Right.
but they're staggered on tours. You got to get handicaps ready, build out fields, build out pages on the website. It's super chaotic. And then throw in, guys emailing us, Slack, Twitter, adding people, adding late registrations. It gets nuts. So, and then with the addition of the kid, Rob's been busy. We've all been busy. We just couldn't really fit it in. So, but we're back.
We're back.
And we're back better than ever. So
yeah, no, all good things. I mean, it's been busy, but it's
right.
It's awesome to see Slack bumping, dude. Everybody talking about their rounds, getting out there, play, meet people. Just starting that golf community that we always talked about, man. Like, this year was really cool. I know I've texted you about it a few times. It's really awesome to see, how much traffic is going on in Slack and everybody just talking and, just being golf nuts. So, we get the alerts when people post, and like literally the last couple of weeks, it's just nonstop. Like, my the watch just keeps on dinging, dinging, dinging. I keep looking and I get more excited just to see all the chatter,
Yeah, it's been nuts. To your point, like, last year was good, but last year was our first year using it. And don't get me wrong, people still used it, but I feel like this year it's been heightened by 10 times that. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
you probably can't go more than an hour without getting a notification.
No, not at all.
It's pretty cool. And it's not just, a select few. It's every tour. Everybody's using it. The general channel's bumping, a lot of questions, a lot of good questions. And you can just tell guys are excited. They're excited to be here. They're excited for the season.
Yeah.
So
I find myself checking the leaderboard constantly. Now we're back, baby. We are back.
Yeah,
I haven't even played yet. And I love checking all the tours, especially all the flights. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, the leaderboards are a little different this year just because we have all the flights. Right. So, but that honestly makes it a little bit more fun. Mm-hmm. So, because you got these leagues within a league, and it's, you don't necessarily have to kind of think about like, hey, what would that guy's net? You know what I mean? You're already in the flight. You kind of know. But yeah, to your point, it's been great, man. It's good to be back, and we're pretty much like almost there where, we're settled in and everything's good. Like, we're almost there. So maybe like another week, everything should be tied down. Don't get me wrong. We're certainly ready to go, but just on the back end between me and Rob and getting things out. So stuff like that. But, yeah, man, Southside Tour went off. Let's see, the event actually ends this Friday. So, just over 2 weeks, well, just under 2 weeks ago, at Sanctuary, Rob. And let's see, last Thursday, I think I played my official round. Yeah. Second actual round. Well, technically it was the first round of the year because I didn't account for Stony Creek because I bounced around. I don't consider that like an actual round. So legit first round of the year, like via, USGA, CDGA. And it went pretty well, I must say. Yeah.
Well, I can let people know what you're part of now.
Pushcart Mafia.
Pushcart Mafia. Oh, that's right. Pushcart Mafia.
So I would consider myself a part-timer. I don't think I'm full-time yet. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I just don't see myself walking every single time. Like, this select group, without telling the backstory, Rob, just because we don't want to dive into it. Anyways, I got hooked up with these buddies of mine from high school. But they strictly said, hey, we're walkers. And I'm like, oh, cool. Mm-hmm. So, got a push cart and everything like that. Long and behold, I show up to the course. None of them had push carts. They're legit like high school strapping it, which I thought was awesome. But No, I loved it. I mean, I'm certainly going to do it. Here's the kind of the reason why I did it is because it's an awesome option to have.
Sure.
I didn't realize that. I kind of downplayed that whole thing. I will
Yeah.
give it. I'll give you that. It's a great option to have.
Well, I mean, think about if it's like cart path only or, stuff like that. It's like at that point, you might as well just do push cart at some of these, carry your bag at some of these courses.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, Pushcart Mafia.
How was the course?
Course was in great shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was wet like, the couple days before that. So actually the day before that it rained, but there wasn't any standing water out there. Obviously that place is always blowing at least 2-3 clubs. It was that day, but it was great. I think the rain the day prior scared off a lot of people because we had the 7 a.m. tee time. We got off late, like 7:15. I don't think we saw anybody until we were on like 6 or 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, we literally had the course to ourselves. It was in great shape. It got nice towards kind of the middle of the round, and then it got ugly at the end of the round. We got absolutely dumped on, starting like 17 green and then 18 fairway. We literally just stood there on 18's tee box and just took it. We just got absolutely pounded for like 2 minutes. And then it stopped. So then we finished and got out of there. But yeah, it was great. It was good to be back. It was nice to, not have to worry about the back or, have any of these thoughts in your head, just swing free.
Sure.
So forth and so on. I mean, I don't know how often this gets said, but I told you this. I said I played better than what my score was. And that's simply just due to chipping. Like my chipping was pathetic. Barney even told me, he's like, dude, you're like Hovland. He's like, you're just doing whatever you want off the tee today. He's like, you can't chip for shit. And I'm like, thanks, Barn. I mean, I had easily like 4 flubs. I scolded one across the green. It was ugly, man. So
we have any club throws?
No, just because I was in a really good state of mind for whatever reason, maybe because of Pushcart Mafia.
Sure.
And because I was playing with, I've played with Barney a ton of times. I've played with Rob a couple of times, but it was just like the vibes. We had really good vibes going. Didn't want to kill anything. But no, here's the thing. Like if I've been practicing chipping, then I could have been mad. I haven't been practicing chipping, so I can't be mad. So yeah, I think I finished like the last 5 holes. I think I had 3 doubles. So right there, like
yeah, right.
It was just it could have been a pretty good round, but
what was your gamer for the round?
My putter?
Oh yeah,
the Pyramid.
You did.
Oh yeah. Rob, I had.
Are you gonna let people know what the Pyramid is?
Yeah, so I was gonna say I don't think we've went over this.
We haven't.
Maybe we touched on it during the golf show, or the golf show recap, but I don't think we did.
No, I don't think so,
dude. I'm telling you, man. So after the 3rd hole, Rob Cummings, he was like, "Were you out here putting early at like 6?" I 4 putted. Okay, I lied. 3 putted. I 1 putted to start. So I 1 putted the first 3 holes, and then the 4th hole, tap in 2 putt. But and I'm not talking from like 7 feet. Like the first hole was probably a 12-footer, and then a 15-footer, and then probably like an 18-footer. So this putter that Rob's talking about, it's called the Pyramid. The guy behind us at the golf show had, and don't get me wrong, it's kind of like a whatchamacallit. It's kind of a gimmicky putter, so to speak, but it feels great. The weight of it's awesome. Here's the other thing. It's a mallet. And I used to be, and not, so we're talking like Half Moon mallet, not like, the spider mallet.
Right. Yeah.
And I used to be
like the Rossi.
Yeah. And I used to be that guy like probably 7 years ago. So I'm comfortable with it. Anyways, there's something about the weight, man. And obviously I've been battling with the fill and the sub 70, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
So I just changed. And the other thing too was like, for whatever reason, the blade coming more inside to out was kind of messing up my like eyesight with my other clubs. So I figured let's give this a shot, just kind of straight back through. Ever since I started putting with it in this garage, I told you, I was like, this thing's buckets. And you're like, get out of here. There's no way you're gaming that. I gamed it, and I think I counted up. I think I had 28. I think I had 28 putts at Sanctuary.
I'm pretty sure that's what you called with that. What you're going to have before you.
I know. I said I was gonna have 24.
Oh, 24. Okay.
which is outrageous, but anyway,
dude, between the prime putt and your pyramid, I mean that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's getting back to same with chipping. Like in the off season, let's be honest here. Like, if I had to guess, of all the guys listening, like who's chipping and putting in the off season? Like, not a whole lot of people. So it's like if you could legitimately do that, like in your home or whatever. And I'm talking about not just walking past your mat and hitting a ball like every 2 weeks. I'm saying like,
sure,
if you're actually trying to work on something, it's a game changer, man. So yeah, the prime putt's been nice to have all year. And then yeah, the pyramid, it's hilarious. I've been sending you, gifts of actual pyramids. But it's hot, man. It's fire. So I'm excited. Event one's in the books. When are you playing? When are you playing Klein Creek?
I think Klein Creek it's gonna have to be next week, Wednesday or Thursday. Twilight. It has our first communion this weekend, so we're pretty much in get ready mode here. So that kind of sucks, but yeah, I'm itching to get out, so I think it's next week. But like I said, it's been fun watching people's rounds on the leaderboard and stuff like that. A little jealous of people that have gotten out to play already, but yeah, I think the plan is try to do some range work Monday, Tuesday, and then get the back ready and get out there.
Yeah, how's the back feeling?
Good. Yeah, Katie laughs at me like at lunchtime when I'm working from home. I'll be in the backyard just like fucking cutting down weeds with the old 7-iron, just out there swinging. We got a new fence, so no one could really see me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just out there swinging, just making sure it's all good. Taking like 50, 60 swings. So I'm ready. Yeah, I'm itching to get out there.
I was just gonna say a guy's itching to get out there. And potentially I might be joining you for your final round or your official round, which
yeah, that
would be awesome.
All good. I know Shane threw it in. He was when I talked to him Friday or Saturday, I think he got out on Monday. I was a little jealous about that, his round. So yeah, there's actually been a lot of good scores at Sanctuary. Kyle Tenenbrock, who's been with us, I mean, he's an OG member. I think he might have joined, if not the first year. I think he's been with us since the first year, but if not, he's been with us, year two and throughout. But he went 4 under. Yeah,
he went bananas. I mean, he had 7 birdies on the day. He had 4 bogeys, or maybe 3 bogeys and 1 double.
It's like that Shane Bacon psycho scorecard that he likes to post on.
Yeah, seriously. He birdied the last 3. I mean, insane. So he played really good. A guy in the C flight played really good. I saw him shoot like a 78. So yeah, there's been a lot of good scores out there. Sanctuary, it's again one of those courses that, like, if you could turn the fan off there, the course, it's not long by any means.
Yeah, no, it's very gettable.
It's very gettable, but like it's like kind of like Harborside. Like the chances of you playing that with no fan on are like 3%. And when you can get it without a fan, it's nice, but it's a challenging course, especially for event one. Like it's not just a walk in the park. So, right. But yeah, we're looking forward to Coyote Run event 2. Now that's a place where you could kind of blow it wherever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minus.
I always thought there was, we had that for, was that year 2 opening event? I enjoyed that track, to be honest with you. And they were good people there. They loved having us there, I felt like. So yeah, it's a great course. Yeah, it's super underrated, man. I'll say their greens are literally awesome. The course it is what it is, and I think that's what makes it great, is because Coyote Run knows they're not like trying to be anybody they're not, but they take care of it pretty well for
a course that sees a lot of rounds.
Mhm.
It's always in good shape. Like maintenance wise, I've never played there when it's been beat up or anything like that. And like I said, it's, you could pretty much blow it over a couple fairways and still get away with some shots there. But it's a fun little course. Again, it's, the second event. So we're building our way up, and
Yep.
Coyote's a great track. So, but yeah, I'm pumped. Hopefully I get out with you for Klein Creek. I haven't been out to Klein Creek in about easily 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I know Vince, we got to get out. I know he wants to do his hot dog review. So he's all excited.
The hot dog reviews are back.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vince will be joining us in the future with plenty of hot dog reviews, especially on social media, whether that's Instagram or Twitter. So be on the lookout for those. What else we need to recap, Rob, is a lot of tournaments. And we'll start with the biggest one. A quick Masters recap, because obviously it's already over. I'm sure nobody really wants to hear too much about it because everybody's already sad that it's over. We got to look forward to next year. But Sunday, man. I mean, I thought Sunday. I'll give you this. Sunday between Spieth and Phil was awesome.
That was great.
Sunday final pairing stunk. It was boring.
Boring.
I mean, I was like, it almost looked, and this is going to sound crazy, it almost looked rigged on Brooks's behalf. Like he got paid off to just not do anything. Like he didn't even look like he was enjoying himself. And I get it. Like he was probably pissed because he played 29 holes. I think he had 1 birdie. But for whatever reason, like when he came out again, when they came out Sunday morning, the 2-shot swing, Rahm dropped a bomb in his face for birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, the guy like went to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that was a rough watch. I'm glad Rambo won. But it's definitely more enjoyable to watch Spieth and Phil's final round together.
Yeah.
Sucked that Rory was Rory. Felt bad for him. I mean, but at the end of the day, yeah, it was good to see Rambo win it. It was but again, like Spieth just doing his thing on Sunday, get my hopes up yet again. And then, not to skip ahead to the following week, but I was just heartbroken that Sunday night, man. I think I texted you or I said something in the Slack. It was just like, that one hurt, man. Absolutely hurt.
Yeah. I mean, to your point though, I'll give you credit. You said that he was going to play well at the Masters. I didn't really think so. He did. He's been hot lately. And again, we're not going to skip ahead, but RBC obviously went to a couple playoff holes, lost there, but the guy, he's knocking on the door.
That first putt should have went in. I can't believe it lived like that.
Either could he.
And then I texted you as soon as he missed that putt on that second playoff. I'm like, Fitz is going to win it. Just let him in it. He's going to fucking do it. I was just like trying to cook dinner Sunday night. I was just kidding. I don't get really mad, but that I got mad at. I was just like, come on, man. He could have went back to back. Just ripped my heart out. Just absolutely did it.
Real quick, what did you think of all the live results at the Masters?
Were you
shocked?
I wasn't shocked by it. Like, no. I mean, Patrick Reed plays good there. Brooks was, I mean, he's a major force to be reckoned with when it comes to majors. I mean, that's what it is. Like you said, it sucks that he fell back on Sunday. I thought, I don't know. I go back and forth on like how I feel about him after, especially watching full swing. So like, if he would have won, would I have been mad? No. The only thing I would have probably been mad about was like the fucking keyboard hardos on Twitter with Liv and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would have been unbearable probably. And Greg.
Oh yeah.
So that's like the only downside that I thought of that. But as far as like them showing, like, it is what it is. You want the best players in majors, right? So if they can live peacefully together, then just let it happen. Like, it's interesting to see though, like, because what Brooks and DJ right now qualify for the Ryder Cup, right? If I was reading that right today or yesterday.
Yep.
So, but anyways, like I did, as long as Reed didn't win, I was happy. Like, but the overall, takeaway from it was like I was happy that Ramo actually won it.
1,000%. I think with how everything played out. Rombo, he just seems like a super good dude. Good family man. He's a big advocate of the history of the game. He knows his shit. He's very grateful. So it was cool to see him win. You could tell it really meant something to him. Your point about the Ryder Cup. So I was thinking about that the last couple of days. I'm wondering if they're going to get picked. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, if the captains or the players, if they really wanted to unify, and I think especially after the Masters, people saw that nobody was really playing sides at the Masters, although they kind of sweep that shit off. But it did feel like, all the boys were back in one spot. It felt, collective, whatever. You would think it would be in their best interest, especially the way that at least Brooks is playing, to at least bring one of those guys on and then say hey, we don't care about this. From what everybody's saying, this is what it is. It's the best players in the world, and he happens to be on one tour. Well, we want him on our team. Yeah. So I think that would probably be the best bet. I don't know if that's going to happen. But it would be certainly cool to see.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it would have to be captain's picks, because there's still quite a bit of time to go. So,
right. But I was going to say, so I don't think this is getting talked about enough, or during the time of the Masters, Rob. And the anti-live guys are going to lose their mind. And I'm not pro-live. We've already discussed this. I've always been very open. Phil's around. Phil's 52 years old.
Yeah.
For Phil to go out there and do that at the Masters and finish T2 or whatever he finished, solo third, I don't know. His final round was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, him and Spieth, best ball, they shot a 58. The golf Sunday between those two was out of control. And to be honest, when Phil drained that putt on 18, I was kind of genuinely happy for him, because I'm like, this guy's been, don't get me wrong, Phil obviously, brings this on himself a little bit, but I kind of felt relieved for him. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, good for you. Good for you to come here with all the shit that's going on and be able to kind of put that aside and play the game that you played the last 4 days. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, it was great watching him Sunday for sure.
Right. And then all the thumbs were coming out, the hat tips, the thumbs. Dude, I love when he does that. It's some of my favorite golf. Speaking of golf, we got a couple tournaments start tomorrow, Rob? We got the Mexico, we got Live, we got the Euro, we got T's picks for the Mexico. I don't know if we'll put those up on the old social media. We'll jump ahead. We'll give you his favorite, 35-1 Jaeger. He's got Reed 14-1 in the Live event, and then Paul 20-1 in the Euro event. But we just didn't want to go through all of those picks, but he was nice enough to give us the picks. Speaking of, Rob, I want to put, and I don't know if we did this last year. I'm pretty sure we did. I don't know how it ended, or if we did something in the playoffs, but I'd like to do a friendly wager with you for the season, for the CGT season. And I don't know, because we're in different flights, obviously points are different. So I'm trying to figure out how we could do some type of season-long competition.
Okay.
But what do you think of that?
Yeah, no, I know we talk about it, but yeah, let's follow through with it this season. I'm totally game for it. I mean, points wise, we can't be that much different, right? I mean, it seems like.
So I was gonna see. No, they're going to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys have a lot more in the B flight there.
Gotcha.
So we'll figure something out, but we'll definitely do something season long. Whether I don't know. We'll figure that out down the road. But yeah, a lot going on. It's good to be back. Obviously, all the tours, like we said, are off. We got a merch run coming up, so that all the members who, especially new guys, this is a huge time because it's essentially the first CGT merch drop for you. So that will be live probably in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And then the way that works, shop's open for 2 weeks. Boom, put your order in. Once the shop closes, then kind of the process starts with ordering and the embroider and so forth and so on. We typically tell guys like anywhere from 3 weeks to a month out after the shop closes.
Yeah.
Because then it's got to go through the whole process. But be on the lookout for that.
2-man best ball.
Yeah, we got 2-man best balls cooking. Randall Oaks and Pine Meadow are officially open to the public. So if you haven't signed up, get signed up for those. What else, Rob?
If you don't, even if you're not on the tour, you're more than welcome to join the 2-man best ball tournaments.
Right. Or if you remember,
for those listeners that don't play in a tour and you'd like to golf, you should check it out.
Right. You could also, if you are a member, you could also bring, a guest as long as they have a verifiable handicap. That's cool too. Or if you're just a regular Joe that's not on the CGT, like Rob said, it's now open to the public. So feel free to get in there and join. We're going to jump right into the top 3, Rob. Are you ready for the top 3?
Yeah, you've had a couple weeks. Let's see what you got.
That's a good point, Rob. I want to know your top 3 West Side courses you're most looking forward to play this year.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
Your schedule's stacked, by the way.
I know. It's so hard. It's funny that you say that because I was at a company dinner last week, and one of the guy's sons was there, and he's just out of college, just starting to get into golfing and stuff like that. So he's kind of wanted to know what courses, and I showed him the West Side tour, and he's like, "Holy crap!" I'm like, "Yeah, just like stacked," and I just got me thinking, like, "Damn, it is stacked."
Super stacked.
Super stacked. I don't. I haven't played Whitetail Ridge. Obviously, super pumped to play that. Might sound like it. What's that?
We just texted about that last week. I said, FYI, we need to go play Whitetail Ridge together because it's fucking phenomenal.
Might sound like it, but I'll put that in the 3 spot. 2 is Blackstone.
Yeah.
Excited to play Blackstone. Had to miss it last year because of some stuff. So I'm excited to get out there. Actually drove by it this past weekend, headed up to Lake Geneva. And then number 1, man. There's your favorite courses that you always play, right? Like, I hate to plug it again, but it's like Heritage Bluffs, dude. I just love that fucking place, man.
I knew it was coming.
I just love it. Love it, man. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, honorable mentions are Highlands of Elgin and Bowes Creek, because those are just great tracks out there too. But there's not one miss. I don't think.
No, I was just gonna say the rest of the schedule is the honorable mention. I mean,
yeah, it's just I'm excited for Klein Creek. There's a great track.
Super good. There's a ton of good holes at Klein Creek. Super fun. But yeah, I mean, your guys, I'm so jealous. Your guys' schedule is ridiculous. Honestly, some of the best golf in the state is half your schedule. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely wild. I'm gonna go 3-hole, played it 100+ times. I'm going Balmoral in my 3-hole. I just love Balmoral. It's just, we play in it. I at least play it probably no less than 2 times a year, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just for whatever reason, most of the time it gets me. It's just so fun. It's so challenging. It's long. For whatever reason, you feel like you're kind of not in a course around here. Mm-hmm. You feel like you're somewhere else, whatever. So Balmoral 3-hole. Number 2, I'm going to go Coyote Run. Coyote Run.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun little track, man. It like I said, I think it's super underrated. Sure, is it easy? Is it kind of straightforward? Yeah, but the game's hard enough as it is. It's sometimes nice to play those shorter tracks where you build some confidence going into the next event.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 1, I mean, this is pretty much, I think, a no-brainer for the South Side. The reason this is at number one is because it's the championship this year. So it's always been our Masters, and I'm sure everybody knows what it is now, but it's Ravislow. Ravislow, I think, as the championship is going to be awesome because I think a lot could happen there.
Sure.
There could potentially be some low scores there. So,
you could get low or you can get defeated. I mean, it's very.
Yeah, I mean, a lot could happen there. It's a great finishing course. Season ender. The 18th hole is a great finisher as well. So I'm sure we'll have some groups around the 18th hole, guys coming in off the patio there. But yeah, I mean, all in all, Rob, things are looking great.
Yep.
The tours are off. We're officially underway. The spring has not been very great.
No, not yet.
The winter was mild, so you'd suspect the spring would be mild. That really hasn't been the case. It's been pretty cold, but
I mean, just welcome to Chicago, and you go from 80s, 2 weekends ago, to freaking snow and sleet this past Saturday. It's just ridiculous.
Right. I am supposed to play tomorrow. I maybe not play, but I'm certainly going to practice. I actually might go out to Ravislow. It's supposed to be like 62 or something like that. So yeah, I was going to wait till the afternoon, do some range, or maybe even go play an executive 9. I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm just excited to be playing golf again, Rob. Speaking of, we haven't talked about Blistergate.
Yeah. Well, that comes with sometimes doing the pushcart mafia. So.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I wanted every excuse not to do it again, but it had nothing to do with pushcart mafia. I got the guys who've been with us for a while, they remember I got the Adidas 360s, I think last year for my birthday, and I wore them once, and my heels got absolutely destroyed by like the third hole. Like I'm talking like $50 size blisters, like no bueno. And then I knew, this happened on like the 4th hole. So I had 14 more holes to walk. I considered stopping at my car and just going barefoot. It was that bad, but I was like, whatever. But those are just healing up. So Rob and I were talking about prior to, I'm scared to reopen them tomorrow, but hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to do.
But until next time, Rob, we'll see you in the fairway.
See you in the fairway. Get those scores in by 9:00 Southside Friday night.
Scores due Friday night, 9 p.m.
Yep.
See you in the fairway, Rob.
See you in the fairway, Tom.
See you, buddy.
Later, dude.